Hi, welcome to Oskorp. I'm Andres, and I'm at the home of Oskorp headquarters here in Naples, Florida. We're at the beach. We're enjoying a beautiful sunset, and I'm joined here by Bowcraft sales director, straight out of Germany, Ilja Suslin. Ilja, how's it going?
Thanks, man. I'm good. I'm really good. I mean, have a look around.
Yeah.
How can you not enjoy that part?
You can't beat it. You really can't beat it.
No,
The weather's perfect. Also,
it's warm. It's beautiful. You go into the water, and the water is like you're going like having a bath back home.
it's like a warm bathtub. Yep,
It is.
that's how
It
most
is.
people like to refer to it, at least this time of year. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about your career, how you kind of got started at Bowcraft. Maybe you can talk a little bit about your experience at Bowcraft. You've been with the company for a very long time. Obviously, Bowcraft is very important to Oscorp as well. So yeah, just tell me a little bit about how you got started and yeah.
How I got started. That's a long story actually, but I think it's a nice one. Um, I was a student when I got my first child born, Melina. She's now 16 already. Yeah, this is a hard thing. She's got a boyfriend already.
Ooh, that's always a sore subject. Yep,
Yeah.
I hear you on that one.
Yeah, and he's still alive.
For now.
So I was ready with the studies, and when I wrote my thesis, the professor needed a week too long to finalize everything my grade, and that's why I was put in another year at university, and that was 2008. And if you remember 2008, it was this very big crisis when the Lehman Brothers Bank went how bankrupt.
Went belly up. Yep.
So and that time, so I finished graduation, but I was still a student, and I was just applying for jobs day and night. I was not doing nothing else than writing any kind of resumes every day and night. At this time, I think about 120 resumes which I wrote in that period when I was just looking for a job. And I didn't think it will be, that hard to find a job, especially when you have a diploma from a university, when you speak German, English, and Russian, a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of French. Okay, this we forget again.
We won't test you on those two.
No, and then I found a job on the side of the agency, which is providing
Like a job agency. Yep.
Yeah. And that was like a job as a driver. So I started in the company as a driver. My thinking was, if maybe you've got the luck to be to get into the company when you make friends with
just start from the bottom and kind of work your way up and build your way up. So yeah.
So I wrote a perfect resume, perfect application letter.
Yeah.
And got a call 2 hours later. Tomorrow is our first drive. Yeah, and we were driving with the mom now of my boss now. He is already a grown up, and and she kind of liked me. And 1 week later, I was already sitting in the office, as an intern. And then when after this 6 months ended with my graduation, then I started at Bowcraft. That was then 2010, January 2010. So next year it will be 15 years that I'm working for Bowcraft.
Wow, that's definitely an incredible story. Definitely, something that maybe almost sounds like it's from a movie. I have to be honest. But so tell me, kind of, how has your role developed over the last 15 years? Tell me a little bit about your role, some of the projects that you've gotten to work on over the time, maybe some of your favorite projects that you've gotten to take on.
Now I have the position that I'm like not only the sales director, I'm also like the kind of product manager, but only on the technical part. I don't do like how it has to look like and the surroundings, the branding. This is not my part, even though I studied marketing, but this is just not mine. I'm a sales guy. In the end, I'm a sales guy. I want to sell things, but I want to sell good things that I really love, because I'm into it. I know the background of these things, and these things I like to sell. And this is the change, because when I started, I was just, it started with, let's say, telephone sales. Yeah, telephone sales. You pick up you dial the number, and then you try to sell, easy things, PE films, everything what every construction shop needs. But this, which is like, a price thing or anything else. It's not about the quality issue. But this changed afterwards when the projects we have, when you got a new idea. Yeah, you got a new idea for a new product, how to develop it. Like we talked about when you with the farmer's tape. These are things beginning, and this is beside your job when you are actually in sales. I started being in the office, like from 9 to 5 job, office, office, office. Now I live on the road. I live in the car because I'm driving through entire Europe, making appointments, making meetings, and convince the people buying, our stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely sounds very interesting. I think it also keeps the job a little bit, exciting. I think if you're able to be on the road, you're talking to the people, you're talking to the actual customers that are, maybe even using the stuff. I think it allows you to get a better idea of what needs there are in the market,
Absolutely.
what way the market is changing to. You might see something like thinking, oh, maybe we could, sell this to a customer to make their life easier. So I definitely think it's definitely an interesting approach to, constantly be on the road, talking to customers, always being very in close contact with them.
I think we're a quite successful company. Even though we are not, the big company, we are a small company. We have an owner, and nobody is a number in our company. We are all people. We know when everyone's got birthday. We are sitting during the break. We are sitting together, having lunch together. We even have a billiard table for the free time.
Yep.
And this is, this is an owner-based company. Yeah, where the owners are the chefs, but you know them. It's like a small big family.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, it seems like almost like a big family. So that's obviously very important too when you talk about company culture and sort of also motivating people, trying to get the best out of them. Sort of, I think, is very important to have that sort of culture in a company. So it's interesting that you kind of brought that up. So talk to me a little bit more about some of the favorite products. Obviously, you just touched a little bit on you being a product manager, you getting an idea for what problems there are on the market, maybe what ways a market is heading in, especially with demand from a market, for certain products. Tell me a little bit about maybe a time when you saw a big problem that a customer was having, or someone was having, and you were able to sort of come up with a solution for them.
Okay, I will tell maybe about my last project. We invented the smartest membrane of the market, and this is a really big thing for us, because we don't sell to everyone on the market. We have our partner companies with whom we are growing over years, and we've established partnerships. And the partnership for me is when I sell to a special company, then I will not sell anything to their direct competitors. This is what a partnership is based, and this is the thinking of Bowcraft, not being just one who sells to everyone, but only going for partnerships. So our goal is always to achieve what kind of products to give to our partners that they are more successful on the market than their competitors. And that's how they start with the new membrane. There are quite a lot of, smart vapor barriers on the market in Europe. This is like a very, very special thing of Europe. And we wanted to have a foil or a vapor barrier which is smarter than all the others. And we found a special polyamide. It's just 21 micron thick. 21 micron, and there's still 3 layers. So if I would turn it around in inches, is like an, I don't know, 8 of 10,000 inches or anything. Yep. It's already 3 layers.
It's that size, you're probably talking about, sizes that aren't even visible to the eye anymore. So
absolutely,
definitely an interesting task to be put on.
So this foil is usually being used to protect like fish or cheese, when it goes on long ways transport, because it has a O2, Sauerstoff. What is Sauerstoff in English?
Oxygen.
Oxygen. It
Yeah.
has an oxygen barrier inside, and it varies, depends on the temperature and on the humidity. So if there is too much humidity, it closes. If it is drier, it opens up that construction can re-dry. And we made it with this just very, very small film. We applied it on a special non-woven that it is really tear resistant. And now we have a product in the market which is smarter than anybody else got. And there are really big companies on the market, companies with names who achieve like billions of a turnover, but we have a better foil. And this is something which makes me proud, because, this is the good thing when you're working in a small company. Yeah, you come to your boss and say, "Boss, I have an idea. Tell me." So you're speaking about the idea, how much you need of money to invest in this part, and what can be the final turnover out of it. And then he says, "Okay, go for it. Let's go." That's it.
Yeah.
There is no 20 meetings or anything else and what to do. Oh no, I'm not sure. Come on, guy, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's interesting that you bring up that point, because, I think Oskorp and Bowcraft obviously are two companies that pride themselves a lot on innovation, on kind of coming up with solutions for customers and working very close, and definitely fostering relationships, and also, caring for those relationships, and looking out for each other, and stuff like that. So it's interesting that you bring that up. It's also interesting that, you're talking about new technology with things like this. I don't think too many people look at the space as a high tech sort of thing, but based off what you're explaining, it seems like the market is starting to turn a little bit more to these kinds of innovative ideas, and different demands that come from the market.
Because people start understanding that if they are building a new roof, let's say a new roof costs about $50,000 or euros, doesn't matter, but it's an more invest for high quality products. In these 50,000 euros, it's about 300 euros in total to invest more. And then you have the guarantee for your roof that it will be like perfectly working over the next, 50 years. And if people start understanding this kind of process, then they are starting to buy the good quality products.
Absolutely.
And this is something I'm really proud about.
Awesome. Very good to hear. Well, so Ilja, it was interesting talking to you. Thank you for sharing some of your career experience with Bowcraft and everything.
Very welcome.
Thanks for taking the time, and we'll catch you guys on the next Oskorp Sunset Talk.